Hey there geeks and geekettes, today I've been tagged in another Funko Pop challenge. This time it is Money's Funko Pop Quarantine Challenge. Stay tuned. I have no idea who Money is, if it's a YouTuber that started one of these tag challenges, but I do quite like these tag videos. I was tagged by Geeky Heathen and the Pop Tart. I'll leave links for both in the description, as well as the 3 people I tag. So, first question. Which is your favourite pop line to collect? I don't collect full lines because I started collecting Funko Pops too late. If I could pick just one line that I would like to complete, it would be The Walking Dead. The Pops I do have, there's an image there. Some of them have gotten really expensive, but I think we've only ever bought 2 of these Pops online. The rest we've found in Comic Cons and stuff, and that's something me and Mrs. Geek both like to do, is get our Walking Dead stuff from Comic Cons. So there we go. First answer, Walking Dead. If you could only collect one franchise, which would it be? I can't say The Walking Dead again because that'd be boring. Probably Marvel. I've got a few Marvel Funko Pops now, and I've just subscribed to Pop in a Box monthly subscription, and pretty much everything I thumbs up was either the bigger Pops, or the Pop Cities and Pop Movie Moments. Everything else was either Marvel or DC. I've got a bit of Star Wars in there as well. But yeah, I'd say Marvel. Marvel is my my thing. Question 3. How far have you travelled for a Pop? I don't think I've ever travelled for a Pop purposely. I've gone to Cardiff, which is about 12 miles away, just to look at what they've got, see if there's anything I can pick up. But I don't think I've especially travelled anywhere for a Pop. What's the earliest you've gotten up for a Pop release? I never have. I do get up early to pre-order Marvel Legends and stuff when they're announced, but I've never actually done it for a Funko Pop. Number 5, what was your favourite retailer in-store and online? In-store, I'm going to have to agree with Geeky Heathen here, it's B&M, because I've picked up some bargains in B&M. They sell Funko Pops for sort of £5 to £6. They do double packs of the Gamerverse Marvel stuff for like £10. So you can't really go wrong for the bargain. The price. I've picked a few of these up from there. They're all older Pops for like £5, but a lot of them are vaulted or you can't get anymore. You buy them for £5, you check them on Pop Price Guide or whatever you use, or the Funko app, and some of them are vaulted and worth quite a lot more than what you pay in these stores. Online, I've always used Zavvi, but now I've got the Pop in a Box monthly subscription, which is the same group anyway, it's all under the Hut group. So yeah, Zavvi or the Hut group. Now it'll be Pop in a Box, because I probably won't be buying many more than what comes through with my subscription, unless something really catches my eyes. I like the Marvel Zombies they've announced. Who is your favourite Funko YouTuber? I'm gonna have to agree with both Glenn, aka Geeky Heathen, Pop Tart, and Jimmy Barnes, and say everyone that's in our group. Yeah, I couldn't just sort of pick one. Number 7. Do you use Pop Price Guide or the Funko app? I use the Funko app. I'm pretty sure the Geeky Heathen and Jimmy Barnes have said that the Pop Price Guide goes off the Funko app prices anyway. But I've only checked prices for these videos because this isn't about value. I collect them because I like to collect. None of my stuff is for sale, ever, to anyone, under any circumstances. Even when I die, just massive coffin, traumatising with me. Which pop in your collection is worth the least? That's an easy one for me. It is number 3, Stanley. Now the box it's in a protector just to stop the box falling apart because it is smashed to pieces. Mrs. Geek ordered this for me and thought she'd got a bargain. Then when it arrived, it wasn't the real deal. The cardboard is paper thin. The pop logo seems off. It's just so not only was the box absolutely smashed and ripped on the corners and all the rest of it, but it wasn't a legitimate pop. But it was sold as a legitimate pop, so Mrs. Geek felt pretty bad about that, and I'm like, well, it's not your fault, people are just dicks. And the same thing happened with this guy. We've got a little horror collection of Funko Pops starting, and this is how he came. He came literally wrapped in a carrier bag, wrapped in brown paper. There was no box with him. So I don't know, he's got stamps on the bottom, but I don't think it's a legitimate pop. And if it is, he's out of the box. And I'm an in-box collector for my Funko Pops. Which pop in your collection is worth the most? Now, personally, for my collection, my Opie Winston. But if you go on eBay and you take into account that me and Mrs. Geek have a collection, then hers would be the most expensive, and I think this is I think this is the most expensive in Mrs. Geek's collection and mine, and it's Hoggle. He goes for a lot of money on eBay. Geeky Heathen did say that if you go on Pop Price Guide, he's actually listed quite low, or Funko app, whatever. But he is incredibly detailed, and he won't be coming out of the box because Mrs. Geek would probably string me up. Which flocked pop in your collection is your favourite? That's another easy question because I don't have a flocked pop. I didn't even know what a flocked pop was. Which pop in your collection has your favourite mould? Now, some pops come with generic posing, and sort of the longer the pop lines are going on, the better they're getting. But my favourite sculpt, in my last video, it was Jaws, the Great White Shark, and this one was a toss-up between Daryl Dixon and his chopper, and this two-bagger with ATST, and this is slightly edged out Daryl Dixon, and I'm pretty sure you'll see why. It is two-bagger in an ATST. Now the ATST is very detailed, front and back, and you can't really appreciate the detail of this when it's in the box. I think this may be the only pop I leave out of the box, and the bobblehead. And the Chewbacca itself is actually really cool. So yeah, for favourite moulds, I think this. Although, if the wheels spun on this would probably be my favourite. Daryl Dixon on his chopper. Which pop in your collection has most room for improvement? I'll go with Captain America Civil War. I can't remember where I got this. I know he's got a shield on the back that you can't see through the box. But even looking at our entire range, just generic stances for most of the figures, and that is quite a bland pose. The uniform looks cool, but one of the earlier pops, does it say dates on these things? No. So yeah, it's a little bit too bland. He's just, and a lot of the earlier pops did the exact same thing. Also, when it comes to pops for most improvement, these Now, I like the look of them, but when you take these greasy bastards out of the box, they feel disgusting. Whatever you do to this chrome Funko, stop it. It's horrible to hold, and it'll stop me buying any more. Honest. Which pop in your collection is your least favourite? Again, I would have to go with the Stanley, because it was sold as something it wasn't, and I'm not sure if we ever got a refund for it. I'd have to check with Mrs. Geek. I mean, the sentiment was great, which is why I've kept it, and I've put it in a protector, so it sort of almost fits in with my collection. Which pop in your collection is your favourite? That's an easy one for me. Opie Winston. My favourite character from my favourite TV show. I would like to get the other 4. There's another Jax where he's wearing the hat and the sunglasses, and he goes for an incredible price that I'm not willing to pay. None of these can be found cheap. Funko Pop Tart did find some at one point for me, sent me the link. They were a decent price, but they were unboxed, and I really wanted this collection boxed. But yep, there's my favourite pop, not just because he's my favourite character from my favourite show, but because we got this quite late on, and Mrs. Geek paid quite a lot of money for this sort of little piece of plastic. She had to look pretty hard for it, so sentimental reasons there. They were my 14 Money Funko Quarantine Challenge questions. Now, I'm going to tag 3 people. So, first one, I'm not sure how many Funko Pops he's got. He's only just returned to YouTube, and he lives in the States. He's a great supporter of my channel. He comments on just about everything I do, likes all my videos, and that is Fireborn XTG 5000. I'll leave a link down there. There'll be a picture or something on here. I'd also like to tag Leroy Screwballs, because if I go sit in my room pulling all my pops out, then he has to. And not suitable for mum. Just don't put tomato sauce and cheese and ice cream on them. Just show your pops. There's no need to be silly. Behave yourself. I am joking, but the guy does some crazy stuff. So there we go. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. All the good YouTube stuff to help my channel grow. And I'll be back soon with something else to unbox or review. Goodbye.